Oops.
So you can continue.
Okay. Can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes,
Oops.
yes, it is visible. You can continue. Thank you.
Okay, hang on. Let me swap the slide. Is this good enough?
It is good. You can continue. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Okay, thanks, John, for the invite and for the time for me to share about CRM Analytics. So I know that all of you here must be a Salesforce professional, or at least some of you maybe like start learning Salesforce. But tonight, I'm based in Singapore, so I will talk about this CRM Analytics. For those of you who have experience with CRM Analytics, feel free to comment or to if any questions, feel free to answer the rest as well. It's fine. Right. I have been doing Salesforce for I don't know, like uh, I start from 2004. It's like more than 20 years. I'm doing Salesforce, and I'm running Singapore user groups for like more than 10 or 11 or 12 years. I'm Salesforce MVP Hall of Fame. I authored a couple of Salesforce books available in Amazon. I'm Salesforce blogger as well, simply as home. I'm also Analytics tablet ambassador. That's why I would like to share to bring to share the knowledge for everyone, for all the Salesforce professional. Know these tools. This is the Salesforce Analytics tools that it may be good to have as a Salesforce professional. Right? Of course, it is not a free, but is there any additional license that I mean, you need to purchase from Salesforce, but these tools really give you uh, tools that able for you to do some deep dive analytics for your users, right? Not just a simple reporting or simple dashboard. Okay, I think that's all introduction for myself. So what is SEM analytics, right? So that is the first one. I'm not sure how many of you heard about this, but I took this screenshot from last year. I think this one from the last year Dreamforce, right? If you see at the center, there's something called Agent Force Tableau and SEM analytics, which is the product that we are going to discuss tonight. Okay, so it is a Salesforce product, and I will see the capability is really powerful. And of course, some people asking that, oh, I have Tableau. Do I need to purchase another product? It depend on the company, depend on your customer. Right? What I see the best of the Salesforce Analytics as a tools that we can build interactive dashboard, right? We Salesforce data include external sources if you have, right? And then we can build this rapidly. Of course, rapidly, I will say here is like take hours or maybe a few days, depend on how complicated of the requirements, right? And the best thing is that all the dashboard which has been built is live inside Salesforce platform. So if you have a account page, lightning account page, opportunity, contact, lead, you can embed the dashboard in the landing page and will also interact with that records. Let's say I'm opening account, I just showing the dashboard for that accounts. You can do that with analytics, right? So there is a lot of possibility. So far, when I get the requirement from my users, I just tell them whatever you want, just put in a canvas or whatever tools, like whether you do sheet chart or even put in the Excel, it's fine. Right? What they want and then what is the logic to build. But of course, this is analytics tools. This is not Salesforce standard reporting. Right? Okay. John, if any question, feel free to just mention. I'm not on monitor the chat. Okay. So what is my job in my daily jobs, right? So I data analyst or BI analyst, insight analyst? No. I am not analyst or dashboard manager at all. Right? This is not part of my jobs. But because I know Salesforce very well, I know the object, I know the fields, like it is very not very it is easier for me to learn SAP analytics because we know Salesforce well. It take much shorter time for us to build something on the dashboard, right? Rather than someone who do not know Salesforce at all. We know API name, we know custom object, we know custom field, right? We know standard object, we know created date, for example, we know how the object is linked to each other, right? So what I do, as mentioned earlier, I'm mostly working on the solutioning, on the functional consultant, product owners, like more on the Salesforce itself. But I do a lot of dashboard tool as well because it is just like what our business users want. So the first one, I think everyone here know what is the Salesforce report and dashboard. Right? I will say Salesforce report and dashboard is good, right, for operations. It's not for the analytics. Operation mean that you can run a report and then users can see, I don't know, pipeline report, lead conversion report, uh, even custom object. It works well, right? But it does not support the complex formula. It does not support cross-object reporting. It is a static dashboard. Right? Performance is not so well when you have the data is big enough. Right? So there is a lot of limitation from Salesforce report and dashboard. That's why Salesforce have another product called CRM Analytics, which is really as analytics tools. Okay. Any questions so far? I think we have a lot of time.
No, Johan, you can continue. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, cool. Right. And then the second question people ask like, oh, I am a Salesforce developer, right? Why I need to use that tools? I can just do the soccer query. Of course, you can do soccer query, right? The screenshot is taken from the Salesforce inspector. I think everyone here use Salesforce inspector. You can just run a simple query and then copy and paste to Excel file. But this is only for one time and your users will depend on you. So you have to every time have to do the query, do the VLOOKUP, do the I don't know whatever in the Excel probably like. So it's work for one time, two time, but it's not work for continuously. And the second one is like you can't have the reports on the Sockle. You have to export to Excel file or you put another tools or BI or Tableau, right? And the data is like, I don't know, it's not like updated probably. So it's okay. I mean, for one time usage, you Sockle export to Excel is okay, but it's not for the longer run. And it's not like have a real user interface for the users to use. That's why you need to have like Excel file, the easiest one from what I see most people use Excel file or Google Sheet. And then next, right? So as a Salesforce solution architect, I use analytics to create a complex and useful dashboard rapidly. I mentioned earlier, rapidly is like hours or even like half an hours. So today I just speak with one of my colleagues. She said, "Oh, I really need to build this one, but I have to download the data using Excel, do a matching, contact with lead conversions, and I need to keep doing this like every week." I said, "Why not just create a dashboard and then you can just export the data by yourself?" Oh, that's great. And you know how long I take that requirements? I mean, I build the dashboard less than half an hour. Less than half an hour. Of course, the dashboard is not pretty. It's very basic. But as long as the users able to see the result without every week going to Excel, do the VLOOKUP, keep maintain the Excel file. which is like which is not really efficient, right? So this one is very fast. I mean, of course, you can't compare to the Salesforce reporting, which is much faster, but this one is have more capabilities in short. Right? So the story I can share here, like how I learned this analytics is like in the past, my company is like purchased this product from Salesforce, right? And we have a couple of dashboard built by the consultant on that time. When the consultant built dashboard and the consultant left, there is because dashboard is a living thing, right? It can be there like forever. Business is changed. We have a new fields. We have a new object. We have a new process. We need to update the dashboard, but no one really know how to update the dashboard because it's like looks a bit complicated. Maybe the consultant also made it a bit complicated, so no one really know how to update. Then we get another consultant to change to update the dashboard. And then they think, let's do the training for everyone, super users. Like let's do training for so we can update by ourselves. But the issue is people do not know Salesforce at the back end. They just know the front end. They know the field, but they don't know API field. They do not know required fields. They do not know the LOV, the fair use of pick list, for example, right? So people do not know on this one, and I get a chance that why I go in and see how I can help this one. So I do some learning of couple of more than a month, right? And then on that time, when I studied this, it's like 7 years ago or 8 years ago. There are no resources. It's very basic resources. Like that's why I wrote two books right now in Amazon. It's the same. It's one of the first edition, second edition. It used to call Instant Analytics, and then they changed the name to Tableau CRM, and currently it's called CRM Analytics. So this is the same books, first edition, second editions. So this is available in Amazon. So the purpose for me to write the book is to help people to learn this product because I see this product is very useful, particularly for Salesforce. I mean, for someone who really want to build a useful dashboard. Right? I am not the one who able to create a very pretty. I know some people have a creativity. I want to put the color, this one, that one. I'm not really on that part. I just build something useful then for our users, for my users able to use the analytics. Right? Next is I know this is the developer groups. That's why I put here. You also can access the platform using API. So there are two API available. SAM Analytics REST API and Analytics Download API. So I will share the slide after the call to John, so John can share with the all the participants later if you're interested. So or you can just Google SAM Analytics REST API and Download API is available for this product. Right? So you can create I mean it's not a must to have this API. It's not a must, but I have a use case in the past that, we need to get the data from a third party, let's say from Google Analytics, for example, right? But for whatever reasons, we are not allowed to connect the Salesforce with the Google platform, but we can use the API. So we use the API to push the data from Google Analytics to SAM Analytics. So the API is available for us as a developer to use if you're interested. Right? And I will do a demo after this a few more slides. Right? So I think Salesforce professional, like all of you, will learn fast because you know object, field, layout, relationship, soccer, required field, flow, etc. So it's kind of similar with flow actually, but analytics, there's no data write. Of course, you can write to a custom object, but there's another story. We can use this all our knowledge of Salesforce to build the dashboard rapidly and to include the maintain. You can even do the action, action in Salesforce, so your users can update the data in semantics and it's be updated automatically to the Salesforce object directly. So we can call the actions in Salesforce object as well. So it's very useful. Right? Next is like to be a successful semantic professional, someone with I know that some people do not know Salesforce well, but this kind of people like very hardcore on analytics background. This person like know says no Tableau, no Power BI, no whatever analytics tools. This kind of people will learn semantic very fast as well from IC because I think in their mindset they already have know about what is the table, what is object, like what is the fields, how to link the object, how to do the query, how to do the I don't know. I mean, yeah. So this person is very hardcore analytics. This person will do well. Someone knows Salesforce very well. I mean here, know Salesforce is not just as a users, but as a admin or as a developers, right? Someone willing to learn. You need to put hours. I don't know. In the past, I put like 1 hours every day for more than a month, and then I study the existing dashboard has been built. Then I really like know, oh, what is this? How to do this and do that, right? And you need to build a dashboard with the real business use cases. Otherwise, uh, it's a bit to challenge yourself, like how I can achieve these requirements, right? Yeah. So you need to learn and then need to have this requirement to build a business dashboard. I think that is a must. And next, right? So just to show you a few dashboard that I built, right? So this is like some of them. I just copy and paste of some of them, right? If you see even the last one, uses dashboard. This one is like I just built a dashboard to know that oh, what happened with our Salesforce? How many people create account? How many people edit contact? How many people close opportunity. So you can get all this data from Salesforce, from the opportunity, from the history object, right? You can get everything of this, and then you can do like whatever you want, right? As a blank canvas. So I may just show you a quick one. I may just go too fast. Like this is like a few dashboard I built in the past. It's not pretty, but the good thing is like the dashboard is like very interactive. Like this is some of the other dashboard that I built. Of course, this one is the search, account search. But account search, we can search the account, can search the whatever custom object as well. And there's another object, another dashboard that there is no graph, it's only table, but a few drop down. So users can select what and what on the top right. I want to see username or whatever in the pick list. And there's another dashboard, right? It's quite fast. You get this dashboard. And there is a few link that I will share with you. So the first two is a free and you can get the developer editions with Analytics. This is free, right? Or you can just go to Trailhead, search for Analytics, and you see the one with the hands-on. You can register, and then you get the Salesforce org with Analytics. And there's a video here. I put the link here. There's a couple of videos available from Salesforce official. And there is a training available as well, but I think this one is a instructor training, is a paid training, right? Unless your company have a special signature success plan, I think it's free, but otherwise you have to pay, right, for the last one. Okay, any questions before we jump to the demo? Hi, John. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, I see.
There is no question. You can continue, Joker. Thank you.
Okay, all right, all right. Okay, let me continue with the demo. Okay, so I just log into a developer editions. Can you see my Salesforce? Right. So this is a developer editions, right? And then of course this is just a play. You can do whatever here. If you go to the nine dots here, there's something called Analytics Studio. So these are apps that where as a as a dashboard builder that you need to go to, right? But of course your users do not need to come to here. They just can just click as part of the Salesforce tabs. There's something called reporting or analytics. I'm not sure if I enable here. But yeah, let me just open this one. Right. So this is the so-called the home page of the CRM Analytics. You see home, browse, favorite, and so on, so on, so on. Right. Okay. So since this is a live hands-on, maybe something's not working, but let's see. Hopefully no. So I go to the data manager. So he's telling me the jobs, running jobs, is how many success, fail, right? So let me go to the recipe, right? And then let me create a new recipe. So here is how you can get the data from Salesforce data or from a CSV file or from other objects, other sources as well, right? So to make this simple, I will just get the data from Salesforce. Right? So I will say the data from Salesforce objects, right? And let me get a account. You can get account, right? And then we show you all the fields available for you to select, right? But you may ask question, is this all the field available by default? The answer is no, because there is when your company or your customer purchase this SAM analytics, there is a permission set that you need to enable to the a profile. Once the profile has visibility on the field or on the object, you can use in SAM analytics. Otherwise, you will not see the fields. Right? So yeah, so not all fields you will see here. If you not see the fields here, then you need to go to Salesforce object to enable that field. Okay, I will just select whatever by default. I will also select, let's say, opportunity. Right? I also the same is 24 by default. You can add and remove here. I will just select the default here and next. So right now we have two objects that we pull into the recipe, account and opportunity, right? So we know that opportunity usually is the child, account is the parent. I can just easily link it. Okay, so join, right? Okay, append, update. So there are multiple way to connect. So I say join here. So the account is parent, opportunity is a child. As simple as that. This is just to join the object. And by default, the system will try to match the key because account and opportunity is a standard, right? I mean, system don't know already. So it's ID and account ID. But if you use the custom object, you may need to change the ID manually. Let's say I want to change, oh, the ID of the opportunity is what, right? Maybe not account ID, it's something else. So you can do that as well. Or you have another custom object, a custom field in the opportunity that you want to point to the account that also works. You can change from here manually. And then the prefix name, let me put here opportunity to make it clear. Let me apply this one. Okay. So once I apply here, like you can see here in preview mode, the account ID, opportunity, etc., etc. Right? So this is the uh, opportunity source. So actually, I think it's better to have the right now the parent is the account and opportunity, but the granularity of this one is the account. what happened if there is a multiple opportunity, right? So this is not the right way. Of course, if you have a special requirements, you can do this one. But I say, oh, this is not the correct one. I will delete the note. I can say, I will point account to opportunity. Sorry. Oops. Right. Now, the other way around, right? The opportunity, all the opportunity ID, like say so-called is the granularity. And here we have the account informations. Right? So you have by default all the information from here, from the accounts. And then you say, oh, I can do this with Salesforce reporting. Why I need to have another tools? But this is the very simple one. You can do a more things like okay, I need to apply here, and then you can do a more thing here. I say I want to have transformations. Right? You can do a lot of transformation here. I can't do show you one by one, but let me see here transformations. Okay, they put the name here. You can see in the trailhead there's a lot of transformation we can do, but let me see what I can do here. For example, uh, I can hang on, a column here, right? So here all the transformation on the top here. You see here, right? I can have like, oh, I don't want. Okay, let me do this one. I want to put the custom formula. Right? So you can see all the formula available, uppercase, lowercase, concat. You also can do like case or split. There's so many case as well here. So I can put here, I want to use this formula case. Come on, insert. Okay, output type X. So we can have a lot of formula available by by the systems. Let me see this one. Here is the formula, like case what. Let's say I want to say case, and then I go to the field, search the field. I say, I don't know, billing state uh, is equal to is is not null. It's not. I can't really remember the syntax. Maybe I'm wrong. Then I say this one is like empty, and then else uh, this one and so I can do this kind of formula, and you can have as many as we want. So I can change the here is the opportunity account. Oops, sorry. I can change the name here account billing state two, as for example. Right? And then I can change the API name close to that one, so I know easier. And then let me move this thing. Apply. Oh, is it something is wrong with my formula? Maybe the syntax is wrong. I can't really remember the syntax. What is this one? And let's see again. Syntax is wrong. Parameters. Right? Yeah. We can go back again here if you want to see how the case syntax. So the more we build, the easiest we can do this. Yeah. So case when or case when condition then and then. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again. If this not working, then yeah, we'll skip this one. Oh, it works. Then now we can see the preview as well. We have the we have the field, right? Or empty, empty. This one is something is wrong. Account is not no empty. Yeah. So I think something is wrong with the formula, which I not really prepare yet. Okay, but that's fine. Let's continue. Right. So I will just add an output so we can save as a data set, or you can output to a CSV file. But to get CSV file, you need to use API to retrieve. It's not so simple. Or you can output to a connections, let's say to another Salesforce instance. Right? Right. We can do this as well. But for simplicity, I use good data set. So I can build dashboard using this one. Right? Account uh, opportunity. Oh, sorry. It should be op the account. And then I put in the apps. This is like the folders, like a folders in the Salesforce report. So you can set who can see the dashboard or the data set. You just apply. Okay, that's all right. Let me just run this one. It will take a few minutes. Stop. Save this one. Okay, I have saved this one. I put in the queue. If I go back to data managers, I will see the recipe is running. Depend on how big is your data and how complicated, how many objects that you pull, how many transformation you have in the recipe. This will depend on that. Right. So if I go to here, here I can see, oh, it's already pulled the opportunity account, now it's running transform data. We're still on pending. But my data here is very small, 701,000, right? So the dashboard I working, I have like, I don't know, 50 million rows, 20 million rows, and it's processed still fast. It's not like take hours. It's take like, I don't know, less than 10 minutes to process the whole recipe usually. So I can refresh. Oh, it's done. Right? All done. Right. So I go back again here. Where's my recipe? This is my recipe. I I forget what is the name just now I put here. Opti account. I just copy here Opti account. I go back to the home page here. I can find here Opti account, right? And then I can open this one. I can see the data, how it looks like. It show me 700 rows, which should be the same with here 700 rows of the opportunity. Right? I see here 700 rows. I can change this one to table, and then I see the raw data. Right? I can see the raw data here, including the one that just now we set as a formula, account being state 2. I have this one empty and not empty. I don't know. Yeah, something wrong with the formula, but yeah. And from here, I also can do a quick finding like, oh, I want to see how many empty. So let me delete this one. Bar length, sum, maybe count of rows. Or there's 301 with the value is equal to empty. So we can do this one very quick. But this is not dashboard, right? This is just a lens. You see here, new lens, right? I want to bring this to a dashboard. I can just click to designer. Oh no, maybe I just do something better, not this one. So I will leave this one. I will create a dashboard from here. Blank dashboard, you can use a template, but template, there is a use case you can use template, but usually I go to the blank dashboard. And here is like a blank canvas that we can just drag and drop. So now let me just drag and drop the chart widget here. Right? And then let me pull the data from Opti account. I want to show as a maybe as a donut chart. Right? And then I want to segment by, let's say, by account type. Right? Yeah, that's all. You get the widget in like very fast. And then you can add some filters. I want to filters here. I'm going to put some filters on the maybe on the close or no states. Let's do states. Right. Let's put states here, and then let me put a table so we can see the raw data. Account created date. Let me just put some informations and name. Okay, enough. I can put a little bit cosmetic to make it look a bit nicer, probably. Like maybe I put the color this one. I put the color as alternate. I can short this by default as the created date, account created date. I can short by default as well. Done. Right. So this is very simple dashboard. If I now click preview, of course I save to be safe. uh, Meetup. Now I have a 590 and 185, right? And then there is I don't know how many this one, very small one. One, one customer direct, right? Or three customer direct. If I want to see who are they, these three, right? I just click this one. It just filter to show me three. Oh, I have these three customer direct. Right? The opportunity Abbott and Dennis. Right? This is the opportunity name. Right? Now I return back to initial. I also can filter by stats here. I want to see all the close one. Right? Yeah, it's just filter for me. It take like less than 1 seconds. Right? Let's say I want to have another filter, say as a date. I want to filter date. I say close date, right? Opportunity close date, and I want to default this one to let's say to last month. I can do this by default month. We just put last month, 1 month ago until 1 month ago, and then update. Oops, there's no data. Previous fiscal year. Let's see. No data. Yeah, but that's the idea. So let me cancel this one. That you can do initial selections, but we will not doing this now because of the no data. Okay, let me remove again this one to all time. Right. Right. So yeah, let me save this one. Of course, you can put color, you make it better. You can put actions. You can put I don't know one click to open Salesforce. I have the ID here. You can open Salesforce from here as well very quickly. Right. Yeah. So that's the idea. And so I can like explore this. I want to explore this. I can explore this lens. I want to add filters here. You can do so our users can do the filter by themselves as well. I want to filter the close date. Oh, it's not a good one. Not use close date. I want to use the account numbers greater or start with one. Just now I see one. Oh, not a lot. Nothing. Content, let's say 11. Right? You can do this one filters. So this one is in the lens, not change the dashboard. So our users can do whatever they do needed to analyze the data from the lens. I can export this to Excel file as well. Everyone love to use Excel. They export to Excel here, download the data to Excel. Right? Yeah, to CSV file as well. And yeah, and then I think that's all, right? Close loss, close one. I want to see close one. You can see here as well. Very fast. And even I have like a dashboard like with 20 million is very fast. That's why our business users is like this tool very much. It's very fast the performance. Okay, I think we have 15 minutes left. Any further questions?